What's going on, guys? So I am inside of a loaner vehicle. So I think I told you guys that the new Ford Explorer that we got, of the pre-owned 2020 Ford Explorer with 29,000 and change miles, which now has over 30,000 miles, was a new vehicle that we traded our Fusion in for. And we had some things like the windshield treatment and some recalls that were going to be performed on it. So we dropped it off at the dealership, and this is the truck that they're allowing me to do some videos on, some reviews on, things like that, while the truck is going to be here at the dealership. Definitely need to add some fuel to it. So what am I in? I am in an XLT Sport Package. This is a two-wheel drive truck with a 2.7 liter Ecoboost. Has an MSRP of $56,080. Part of that is because of this huge screen that this one comes equipped with. Let's see. Has the upgraded $1,285 Ecoboost. It has the Equipment Group 302A, which is a $6,000 upgrade, but that's one of the reasons why you get the really big screen, all this really cool technology, a lot of really great stuff. 20-inch dark spoked alloy. Has the XLT Appearance Package. $54,080. Super nice truck. I mean, it's cloth interior. This is probably their most popular trim level. And they say down here it's in four-wheel drive. This specific one's in two-wheel drive, but this is an absolutely gorgeous truck. Huge screen. I mean, this screen just really stands out. It does not look like it has navigation on it because it would be right here, but it is certainly a large enough screen to give you all the information you want, especially if you pair it with your phone, so you can use like Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Big backup camera. It doesn't have 360-degree cameras, but for a lot of folks, they don't really need it. It does have rear parking sensors. Really nice large LCD display here. All your controls up here. But just check it out. Beautiful interior. So I'm going to have this truck for a few days while they have the Explorer, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion, evaluation on this. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Okay, so now that it's nice and bright outside, this is the 2022 F-150. This is an XLT package, two-wheel drive sport trim. It has the kind of gunmetal blacked out wheels. Looks absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that they're putting kind of this quad looking LED style headlight on the XLT package. Now they have a different lighting package for the higher trim truck. So if you get like a Lariat, Platinum, King Ranch, or Limited, you're going to have the option for a higher end lighting package. But this one certainly works very well. It's actually a very attractive looking front end to it. You have the LED fog lights below it with those kind of multi-cone reflectors there as well, which looks really nice. Front grille is all blacked out on this specific model, which kind of lends itself really well to the wheel design. So, in some cases, you might think this is more of like a base level entry grille, but for me, I think it looks really good. Now, you may see the lights come on and off as I go around the truck because it has this proximity kind of lighting system where as I approach the truck, it knows, and then the lights come on. So that is kind of cool, kind of Lincoln-esque if you think about it. Horsepower torque specs on this. So this has the 2.7 liter Ecoboost V6, and this specific one produces 325 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. Has an estimated MPGs between 20 and 26 on city and highway driving. And the specific specs on this truck give it approximately a 10,100 pound maximum towing capacity. Now that's just a rating, and it may not actually apply to this specific truck. It was just the specs that I pulled up. Let's take a look at the door sticker on the other side to see specifically what the payload capacity is on this truck, which is going to be more of an indication of what you should tow whenever you're going to be hauling something like a utility trailer or an RV. Okay, coming around looking at the numbers, this is going to have a 1,643 pound maximum cargo capacity. I do wish that Ford did what GM does, where they put kind of a tow rating sticker here on the side, which gives you all of the actual towing numbers, all of the actual payload, whether you're going to be hauling, various types of trailer, and they stamp it right there on the side so you know exactly what type of truck you have. But yeah, with a truck like this, I still wouldn't recommend towing over 6,500 pounds worth of maximum RV weight, only because when everything is said and done, people, and I'm assuming a family of 4, so if you're a lighter family or you have less people in it, or it's just you, then you can get away with more. But everybody that's inside of this truck, everything that they bring, everything that you throw in the bed of the truck is going to count against the payload capacity. So You know, you throw an RV behind this, fully loaded up, fully ready to go, you're probably going to be about 700, 800 pounds worth of capacity on the back that's already taken away. And then all the people, supplies, the hitch weight, generators and stuff that you throw inside of the truck generally equal up to about 900 pounds. So, you know, it gives you a little bit of margin there, but this is a very, very well-equipped truck. One of the reasons why this truck has a relatively high payload capacity is because you don't see 4x4 on the back here. This is a two-wheel drive truck again. So two-wheel drive reduces a lot of components that reduce the weight, which give it back to you in terms of payload capacity. This truck doesn't have a ton of features on it. It does have a lot of features. So, you know, I already said that. I'll go over those. But in terms of overall features compared to like a Limited or a King Ranch, it's not going to have as many. And because of that, it reduces the weight of this truck, which in turn gives it back to you in terms of payload capacity. But the reason why I specifically spotted this truck and said this is the one I would want to spend some time in is because I asked them, and real quick, they have a ton of F-150s now, so if you're looking for an F-150, AutoNation Ford in Corpus Christi, Texas has a ton of F-150s in, and I specifically said, which truck is the best-selling truck you guys have on your lot? What is the best model? What's the best configuration? And they said far and above everything else, XLT, but in a four-wheel drive package. And I didn't want to take that truck because if it's their best-selling truck, I want them to have an opportunity to sell it. So I said, do you have that in a two-wheel drive package? And he pointed right at this truck and he said, yeah, that's a two-wheel drive version of it. I don't need the four-wheel drive version. I'm not going to be off-roading with it, so I don't necessarily need to demonstrate that to you. But yeah, this is a two-wheel drive version of the best-selling truck they have on their lot. Again, MSRP on this truck is just a hair over $52,000, which, you know, you think things are expensive nowadays, but that's actually a pretty good price for these trucks, and AutoNation doesn't charge anything over MSRP. And on top of that, when it comes to ordering our new truck, they actually don't charge any down payment or anything like that to order a pickup truck. So that's also another really good perk. You don't have to worry about being price gouged. But that said, coming around to the back end of this truck, this does not have the man step in the tailgate, so you don't have the assist step in here. It still does have that power release tailgate. Let me get close enough to it. Slow opening, and they give you these really cool little clamp hook openings right here. So if you're going to have a piece of lumber or something on the back and you need to clamp it down so you can cut it, they've reinforced the inside here so you can put some clamps right here and hold something down. This specific one doesn't have the that little measurement system on the back, but it does give you the little cross clamping loops right here so you can hold things down if you have lumber or stuff like that for your straps. Bed of the truck, you can see, is bed lined, which is really nice. It does not have the bed lighting, something you could always add. You do have a 110 outlet over here though, which is really nice. So you actually have a power port right here if you want to plug in tools, charge things up, and that's a 400 watts. So this doesn't have that insanely powerful one in the back, but it is enough to do most tasks that I think most people would need it for. Very light tailgate to lift up too, mainly because it doesn't have the step in the back. It's significantly lighter than, say, lifting up my tailgate, which is also assisted. So this is an assisted tailgate without a step, which reduces its weight tremendously, and it makes it really, really easy to lift up. Also, the bed height on this truck, even though it's still kind of tall, I mean, if you have something in the center, you're definitely not going to be able to just reach in from the side. It's not too terribly tall. So it's probably a couple inches shorter than mine, which gives you more ability to reach into it. It's going to be interesting to see if they ever add kind of the corner steps and things like that you're starting to see on the Super Duty and some of the other trucks, just so you can gain better access to things that might be in the bed whenever the tailgate is up. Exhaust-wise, this is going to have one single exhaust. It's going to have leaf sprung suspension. Coming around here, has two leafs. So you have the main leaf right here, and then you have the overload leaf below it. Fully boxed, E-coated frame. Has a gorgeous looking frame. It's actually very shiny. Very clean. Coming back, beautiful rims. We already talked about that. Tires are Goodyear Wrangler tires, 275/60 20s. You have your included running boards that are already on this specific truck. Give you great access into the truck. You know, if they ran them just a little further back, maybe put a hand grip right here, you'd be able to use that to kind of get over and into your bed if you needed to. This specific truck does not have a sunroof on it. Very cool. Has a lot of safety features built into it though, so it has like your lane keeping, all of that stuff, and most of that's controlled by sensors right there at the top glass of the windshield. Does not have front parking sensors, but it does have rear parking sensors and a camera on the back that you can see on the huge screen inside. Let's take a look inside this truck. All right, really nice high gloss, kind of texturized and graphic materials here. No memory seats, but you do have power door locks, power windows, adjustable mirrors, all of that stuff. You have a power driver seat. When we get on the other side, we'll see if it's a power passenger seat. And you indeed have power seats on the passenger side as well. All of your headlight controls right here, parking brake. You can adjust your pedals forward and back, which is really nice. A lot of people appreciate that. This also has the tailgate release button right here. You can turn lights on each one of your side mirrors, which is kind of cool. Let's say you lost your dog and you're looking around for it at night, and you can turn these lights on so it illuminates the side of the truck, and you can kind of use it as a flashlight. Then all your headlight controls, automatic headlights. You have your high center mount light. All your steering wheel controls here as well. Has a really nice display on the inside. Let me close the door, lock it, and then unlock it, and see if it goes over that little display you get up front. Yep, there it is. Very cool. I'm gonna hop in. So this is a mid-spec truck. This is not a high-end luxury truck like a Limited. It's probably about $40,000 less than some of those trucks. So you're not going to expect some things, but at the same time, it's got other things which are really nice. It's got a really nice, huge display here. You have a nice LCD display here, which gives you tons of information. This is actually better than the technology package I have in my King Ranch that's from 2017. So the only feature you don't have on here is a navigation, but you can still pair it with your smartphone, whether it's an Apple or an Android smartphone, and see the navigation projected onto this screen, which is really nice. Doesn't have 360-degree cameras, just a tailgate camera. Now this has that really awesome feature that I know a lot of people have always been seeing, but maybe not actually been able to demonstrate. This is where you can lower the shifter down, make this flat so you can take your compartment right here, and I've never done this before, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me on how I actually do this. And then I believe there's a way to flip this around or over. I can't see a control to do that, but I kind of feel like it would have it because this is really thick. So someone might need to explain to me how this is done, because I don't know how to do it myself if there is a way to do it. I believe you could just flip this over and put it right here. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to use that yet. But yeah, that is pretty cool to where you can lower and raise the shifter. Once I start the truck, I'll be able to raise it back up. Display's on, have traction control off feature right here. I can turn on my rear view camera, turn off the auto start stop feature. USB, USB-C, nice storage compartment up here. Have another 110 outlet right here, 12-volt outlet right here. I can switch through my various drive modes right here as well. The display up here is just absolutely amazing. We could probably thank smartphone manufacturers for that, for bringing the cost down of stuff like this. But yeah, looks absolutely beautiful inside. Then you have a glove box here. You have another glove box right there. Very nice. Up front here, auto dimming rear view mirror, sunglass holder. You have your lights right here as well. No sunroof, which is a big plus for me. Might not be for some people, but it is for me. Let's hop in the back and take a look back there. All right, taking a look in the back. Power windows, looks nice. This truck's already tinted too, which is really nice. Has floor mats that are still wrapped up back here. Perfectly flat floor. A lot of people appreciate that. You do have under seat storage. We have our daughter's child seat back here currently. You have a 12-volt socket here, another 400-watt AC 110 adapter here, and then you have some USB, USB-C right there, rear air conditioning vents. All of this looks really nice. Very cool package. I can see the appeal of a truck like this. I told you guys a while back that I was looking at purchasing a pre-owned truck with this same type of package, because this is, I think, what most people would get and what most people might have in their driveway whenever they have this expectation of what they're going to use to tow a trailer or an RV. And it would be really cool to see, you know, just how it performs, but also at the same time to run it to its extreme, to see what I can really get out of it, what type of trailers I can hook up to it, what type of weight it can really handle. because I think a lot of people believe these trucks are so underrated that they can do so much more than what the manufacturer says, and it would be kind of cool to test that in a controlled environment. But yeah, what do you guys think of this truck? Very, very cool truck. I think that it's definitely a truck that most people could wrap their minds around because it's relatively affordable, and at the same time it comes loaded with most of the features people would expect, while at the same time perhaps understanding that there's some features you may not have. Anyways, I'm going to have this truck for a while. We'll definitely do another video from a driving impressions perspective. We'll go over other things and maybe use this truck for a few little tasks just to see how it performs. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.